This is Foundups House, Florida, and when you come here next fall, you'll be able to learn about permaculture. We're going to put solar panels, we're going to do aquaponics, hydroponics, all these really cool things. In a way, this is a social experiment, because what I want to do is be able to teach people that we can take any house and we can take it off the grid. And we can turn those houses actually into a business where they're actually making money because we're teaching to other people how to do it. These houses also become basically a place for people to get their greens, potentially poetry like eggs and fish and other things in the community. Removing the need for people to go down to their grocery store, to their Publix, to their farmer's market or whatever. Because every time you go to that grocery store, you have to understand you're spending gas. Every time you leave your house to do those different things, you are creating a footprint on our environment. And ultimately, the opportunity is to lead by example. And by converting our house, then another house, as it goes on the market, we can convert it into a Foundup house, and another house goes on the market, and we can convert to a Foundup house. And we can convert a community like this into an entrepreneur community. Because imagine every project that is launched in a Foundup house becomes a project of our corporation, of a corporation that you own with me, called Foundups Corporation. And we are what I call a peer-to-peer open corporation. A corporation, imagine a corporation without accredited investors. Accredited investors are millionaires. Millionaires who are basically controlling how corporations are launched. They own over 70% of these corporations like Google and Apple. They're owned by very few people. So what we need to do is start working together in changing the system. So I've spent 5 years developing a new business model. I call it the selfless Foundup business model. And in order for us to launch these ideas, we need our own incubators. And the cool thing is we can convert any home, any of these homes, and over the years to come, I hope to make this area into a Foundup village. Most of these homes are already for sale, that we can pick up for as little as $50,000, $100,000. And these homes are each going to be individual investments. So as we launch these homes, they are going to fit into our global Foundup network. And as the demand and popularity of Foundups grows, so will the number of offerings. So we can grow as we need, and ultimately we can have a lot of fun doing it. Because when you come to Foundups House in Florida, we're also going to take a little trip to swim with the manatees and to learn about the problems facing the area and facing these animals and other things. We become in a way like ecologists. We become in a way like conservationists. And we start looking at problems that we can start fixing. We can work with the local habitat, like Homosassa Springs habitat, and we can work on projects for them. We can start working on projects for schools and other things. And ultimately what we can do is become an independently run organization. Unlike a nonprofit, you may think, is, well, why aren't you a nonprofit? Well, there's a big reason. Because nonprofits basically rely on people to give for it to work. We're going to launch million-dollar corporations that are going to turn around and reinvest 80% of their net profits and capital gains, that's the money you make from being part of these Foundups that launch, back into launching more Foundups. What do? We remove the need of accredited investors. So the opportunity for us to make a massive difference with Foundups is huge. The problem I have is I'm just one little guy trying to bring it about, and I need your help in order to do it. So visit foundups.com and let us make a difference together. As part of the team, what we're going to do is start transforming all this scrub oak. Now, it's going to take a long time for us to transform this, but this is all going to become a food forest. And what's really interesting about this community is there will be never any houses here along this road. This basically is part of the greenbelt. But right now, this greenbelt is just useless. It's not really doing anything. So the opportunity is to slowly transform it into a food force that's going to provide food not only for us but for the entire community, and converting like just these lawns into actual food production units. The opportunity with Foundups is to really change everything. Is to convert all these useless oaks into scrub oaks into something amazing. Imagine coming here. This is, as you can see, I'm just walking down. Here are the tennis courts that we'll play at. We'll play tennis in the morning. We'll go swimming over there, and we're gonna have fun. So with Foundups House, it's kind of like a vacation. Instead of doing ecotourism, think of it as eco-entrepreneurism, right? Ecological entrepreneurism. And we'll also be working on apps and other things in the afternoon and evening. We'll be doing something kind of like, very similar to what Startup Weekend does for the entire month. Every week will be a Startup Weekend for one project that we're going to develop and launch from our Foundups House. So the opportunity is to come here, have fun with me playing some tennis. I guarantee I'll win, and to help transform like areas like this here into a food production, and we can do it together. And every month, imagine we have teams of individuals coming and working together to accomplish just that. And then imagine then what happens next is you go home, you set up your own Foundup House, you set up your own Foundups program, and you duplicate, and you live your life doing Foundups. That's the beautiful thing about Foundups, is it's a lifestyle, it's a movement, and together we can bring it about in a really big way. So visit foundups.com and help get the ball rolling by joining our crowdfunding campaign for as little as $1 a month. With your dollar, we can start moving this project forward. My name is Michael Trout, the visionary, the founder of Foundups, who's been working on this idea relentlessly since 2010. And the Foundup House is a recent pivot and way for us to bring Foundups about in a really big way. Thanks for watching. And here at Foundups House, Florida, we have a junior Olympic pool for you to have fun and swim in every morning. Look at all the people here. No one here. And I would be swimming in this. It's a little chilly, but it's nice. It's warmer outside. We also have racquetball courts over there and tennis courts. So the idea of you just doing startups is not the thing. We're about to here have fun and play tennis, go to visit, the manatees, and we can even go to Disney World, even though I think that's a horrible idea. But if enough people say, hey, we want to go to Disney World just for the experience, you can say, at least I've been. So the opportunities here, we got this amazing division here with lots of houses available that we can transform into an entrepreneur community. Call it our first Foundups Village.